Here's a cool stat. Since the trade deadline on February 9th, the Lakers have gone 15-7. That's the third best record among all teams in that time frame. Not just that, but as the playoffs are right around the corner, they're finally looking like they're healthy for the first time this season. Regardless of what team they face or what seed they are, the Lakers are dangerous. Nobody wants to see them in the playoffs. The last time a low-seeded team won the title was back in 1995, the Houston Rockets, who captured their second title in back-to-back years. Symbolically, this Lakers team and that Rockets team, they are kinda similar, in the sense that the Lakers' main stars did win a title recently, but they also got ravaged by chemistry issues and injuries afterwards, similar to the Rockets of the past, which led to a turbulent, fluctuating regular season. But when healthy, when they're on point and focused, they're as good as the best teams in the league. How's it going, folks? My name's Andy, and let's talk about how the Lakers turned their season around, and now they're actually looking like a legit contender. Health. Honestly, this has been the biggest single factor, not just this season, but the past few as well. Anthony Davis is made of glass, and seemingly always gets injured in the most random ways. Even LeBron, at his age, it's no surprise he's succumbing to the injury bug too. This season, the two of them each missed over 25 games. Not just them either, only one player on this team played over 70 games this year. That's Troy Brown Jr. The next two guys who played the most games are Dennis Schroeder and Wenyen Gabriel, who played around 60. According to this graph by mangameslost.com, and yes, that's an actual website, while the Lakers didn't have the most games missed due to injuries, they have the second highest total value over replacement players lost due to injuries. Basically, it means their most valuable players have missed a ton of games, second only to the Phoenix Suns. But the most important thing is, they're getting healthy at just the right time. Anthony Davis. Before Jokic, before Embiid, the debate for the best big man in the league was between Anthony Davis and Karl Anthony Towns. Davis would usually win that argument just because his defense is far superior. However, as he came to the Lakers and with the injuries over the years, he's dropped out of that conversation and his stellar season has kind of flown under the radar. But in my opinion, when he's healthy, he's as good as any center in the league. He's as good as any other player in the league. This year especially, he's low-key having arguably the best season of his career. Davis is averaging the most rebounds, the most offensive rebounds of his career, along with the third most points a game on the highest efficiency of any season he's had. The way he scores is also much different compared to most of his career. Davis is taking a lot more shots closer to the basket. 68% of his field goal attempts come within 10 feet of the rim, which is mostly why his efficiency has been so high. At one point in his career, it looked like he was transitioning out towards the perimeter more. In his later days of New Orleans, he was taking way more threes and mid-range shots. Now, he cut down on those and focused more on what he does best, rolling to the rim, playing like an actual center. Plus, Davis is a matchup nightmare for every single Western Conference team. There's few players in the league with the size and agility to match up with AD. In late February, the Lakers held a meeting where Darvin Ham basically told Anthony Davis straight up, "We're gonna run the offense more through you." As a result, Davis blew up in the month of March. He had 8 games of scoring at least 30 points a game. Heck, he almost averaged 30 for an entire month on 60% from the field, and shot almost 10 free throws a game. And now, the Lakers are firmly in the play-ins, and could potentially snatch the 5th or 6th seed and not even worry about the play-in tournament. Post-Westbrook trade. Getting rid of Westbrook was, as expected, the best thing the Lakers could have done at the deadline. Not just getting rid of him, but getting players in return who this team desperately needed. Guys like Jared Vanderbilt, who are rugged and bring a level of toughness they need in the paint. D'Angelo Russell's first stint in LA might have been kinda rough, but he's now way more mature than he used to be, not just as a person, but his game as well. He's much more methodical and calculated. There's no pressure to be the man, and he's not trying to force up shots anymore. Russell is shooting the 3 at the best he's ever had, and he plays much better off the ball than Westbrook does. Malik Beasley is one of those players who you don't know what to expect. He can go off and hit every shot or just completely whiff. But just to have a potential spark plug off the bench, it's critical. And we might see a few playoff games where if his shot is falling, he'll make a difference. Rui Hachimura as well, he's had some games where he just looks so smooth. Previously, with Westbrook coming off the bench, sometimes the Lakers' offense just dies. But with this plethora of new players, there shouldn't be any moments where the offense drops off if their stars are on the bench. Not to mention, they're younger now, fresh legs who can play at a faster pace. Heck, they're now third in the entire league in pace. Before the deadline, the Lakers were the oldest team in the NBA. Now, they're only, I guess, the sixth oldest. But they're going deep with guys in their mid-20s getting a lot of minutes. They got younger and faster. Austin Reeves. Another side effect of the Westbrook trade was that Austin Reeves now gets significantly more touches than he used to get. For example, from the beginning of the season until Westbrook got traded, Reeves only averaged about 10 points a game. Then after the trade, he's now averaging nearly 16 points a game. Now, he's one of the team's main go-to guys, believe it or not. Heck, now Darvin Ham and the Lakers coaching staff are even running plays through Reeves. He has a knack for getting into the paint and scoring. The creativity and footwork is incredible for a guy who nobody heard of before he came to the Lakers. Along with his relentless, fearless impulse to attack the basket, plus he's proven to be ridiculously good at using his body to draw fouls and absorbing contact to still get off a shot. Reeves' journey from Arkansas to the NBA is an inspiring story. He went undrafted in the 2021 draft, but quickly made his way into the Lakers' rotation. Nobody had an idea of who he was, but you know LA. If you perform like this in Los Angeles, regardless of who you are, you're going to be known. There's a reason he's gotten the nickname Hillbilly Kobe. Reportedly, the maximum amount of money the Lakers can offer him after this season is 4 years, $50 million, and Reeves has mentioned he's looking to make as much money as possible. But if that means going elsewhere, he'll do it. That's completely reasonable. I mean, he was undrafted after all, and is currently one of the league's lowest paid players. Though it would be nice if the Lakers could keep him. They really don't have many other young prospects who can be a part of their future. Reeves brought a level of excitement to LA we haven't seen in a long time. Outside shooting. The Lakers, prior to the trade deadline, were 29th in three-point attempts and 28th in three-point percentage. Since after the deadline, they've been 19th, still not a lot of three-point attempts, but percentage-wise, they've been 17th, around the middle of the pack. It was mostly due to the additions of D'Angelo Russell and Malik Beasley, though they could still shoot them more accurately, but they've been letting it fly. They aren't afraid to pull the trigger, and some nights, they just go off. So just by having them, along with Rui Hachimura, it gives the Lakers more threats out on the perimeter and the wings, opening up the floor and giving their superstars more space. Previously, Westbrook and Patrick Beverley and Kendrick Nunn, they just weren't cutting it, and did not fit with what this roster needed. Now, they got it. LeBron. These past 2 years have been LeBron's most injury-prone seasons. I guess it was about time to happen. I mean, he's 38 years old. Despite being an Iron Man for most of his career, he's still human, after all. At least I think he is. However, keep in mind, much of the Lakers' success post-trade deadline was without LeBron. As of this video, he's missed 16 of the last 22 games, including a streak of missing 13 consecutive games, where the rest of his team surprisingly went 8-5, with crucial victories over the Warriors, the Grizzlies, the Suns, Pelicans, 2 wins against OKC. While he was gone, his teammates picked up the slack, and they're the reasons the Lakers are actually in the middle of the playoff race now, as opposed to being on the outside of the play-ins looking in. It's a great sign that the role players and the supporting cast is legitimate, and it's a good sign Anthony Davis is able to carry the team when they need him to. LeBron, in the handful of games he's played since the deadline, he actually hasn't been that good. 20 points a game, poor shooting, very poor three-point shooting. 19% since early February. The fact that the Lakers won so many games without LeBron, that's a great sign for things to come. As the playoffs approach and his health improves, the team has built a solid foundation for him to take over and regain his form. The Lakers are by far the scariest low seed this year, one of the scariest in NBA history. If they make a deep playoff run and somehow reach the finals or even win the championship, I'd be pretty surprised. But not that surprised. Anyway, that's all folks. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and of course, as always, I'll see you next time. Peace.